So,
So,
hey, we're gonna see how it goes, man. We're gonna see how that goes. And
indeed.
and just gotta ask, with all that, what have we learned about UNC, Joel? What have we learned, sir?
Well, that we are in trouble. Well, so what we learned about UNC after the loss to Cal was one, Lopez looked unsure in his return. There was
Should have been Max.
like I said, I was surprised when I saw it. I was like, oh,
I looked. I
okay,
said, "Oh,
be here.
all right,
It
we're going
definitely
this."
was going to be Max. And they even said it themselves in the article. It's like when you leave into it, it's like sure he didn't throw any interceptions, but he had several first call like close calls in the first half because it was an underthrown pass to
That
Leacock
first
at
half
one
was so
point
shaky. Like
that
the
Masters
first,
should have got an interception for.
bro, it was just like, oh, first quarter. This ain't about to be good because he had that fumble in the first quarter.
Yeah, what's his name had that fumble
Yeah,
on that swing
yeah,
route.
yeah. They had the fumble in the first quarter.
Then,
I was
like I
just
said,
like,
then he
oh,
almost threw. He said that with under 5 minutes left, almost throws an interception. The Masters in that point said throughout the game his decision making and accuracy just looked wary. Said midway through second quarter, plenty of time on the clock. Looked past an open Jordan Ship in the middle of the field and fired deep instead, and way past Chris Culliver. Pass was nearly picked off in the end zone. Another clutch call just under 2 minutes left in the half, and another throw downfield had another hold your breath moment for the Tar Heels. Lopez's pass intended for tight end Jake Johnson was broken up by Masses. Defensive back is forced to be reckoned with throughout the game, threw his hands on his helmet in frustration for missing the interception. So he finished 18 to 34, 53%, threw for 174, and he's yet to throw over 200 yards this season, which we've talked about before.
no, neither one of them have thrown for 200 yards this season.
And like I said, I can't fully blame Max for that part. Those
Nah,
first couple of games, I think if he had that team that we looked at against Cal Friday night, he probably would have threw for 225.
Max would have threw for 225, and quiet as it's kept, might have had us up. Might have had us up,
He probably would have won that
and
game.
in the fourth quarter.
We also had flawed fundamentals. That fumble on the first
I'm
snap didn't inspire much
I'm gonna say
confidence.
this: we have flawed fundamentals on offense. Defensively, the main fundamental I gotta give credit where credit is due. Them boys were actually wrapping up.
Defensively they looked much better.
Defensively, they looked a lot better, and they looked like they were not lacking the fundamentals that we've seen over the last god awful weeks. Because
You two talking about you two says this weekend will determine if the improvements are real. True.
facts, because it's like, bro, defensively, when I looked at it, they were wrapping up and not only gang tackling at the line of scrimmage, but also open field tackles. They made several clean, just one-on-one open field tackles. I like coverage wise, albeit still shaky at times, a lot better. They actually look like they could play corner and safety.
Because they were
They
getting
were-
beat underneath more often than they were getting beat mid to deep
That's
on
what
deep
I'm
passes
saying.
than they
Like
have been. So
underneath,
it was
getting
definitely an
beat
improvement.
underneath it, getting beat underneath. That's just okay. They dunk it down to the check down route, and now this is just a speed and athleticism versus speed and athleticism. Who's
Yeah,
quicker to get to the edge?
it's either they're checking it down because there's nothing downfield, or they're designing it on purpose to get quick, like get short, quick yards, or try to get their fastest
And
guy out in space.
get him out in space. That way he can make a move, get an extra 3 forward, maybe 10 yards, depending on if he can like weave his
Right.
way down the line.
Let's see here, because
Whereas the last few weeks, just
Argo say
over.
after that first snap fumble, say after a 3-and-out on the next offensive possession, it became his third drive with a pre-snap penalty, false starts, failed to get past the chains on the remainder of the drive. Belichick has preached fundamentals throughout his tenure in Chapel Hill. He said in his press conference on Monday he felt the team had a good week during the bye. Belichick said he saw improvement on the field from a fundamental standpoint, but drop passes and mental lapses still plagued the Tar Heels at various points. Like no further than the unnecessary roughness call on DeAndre Robinson late in the first quarter, which put Cal in the red zone. 2 plays later, Bears scored with Jaron Carway Sagapatole, completed a short pass to Jacob to Jesus, putting him up 14-7. Added to his lead early in the third thanks to some defensive lapses. used his wheels to evade multiple UNC defenders and sneak into the end zone 5 minutes into the second half. A few plays later, in a 3rd and 9, Marcus Allen, who slotted in the top corner spot with Thad Dixon out, was called for pass interference.
Ha ha.
Moved Cal to the 2-yard line, where running back Raphael Kendrick scored to put up 21-10. Although North Carolina eventually clawed back in the game, these unnecessary penalties proved costly, which I agree.
I mean,
And then the last thing we did learn is that they actually looked competitive.
Yeah, and like I said, they came close. They were right there, had a chance to win the game. And that's the biggest thing to me. They put themselves in a position to still win that game. And actually had a opportunity to win the game.
For the first time we've seen all season.
Exactly. Against a legitimate team, against a legitimate Power 4 team, you put yourself in a position to win the game.
Because so far, like people have, like I said, so far the expectations have been rock bottom the last 3 weeks.
SpongeBob rock bottom.
SpongeBob rock bottom.
It's been bad. It's been bad. So I am all for that, man. I don't think there's anything bad about that. But hold up.
And they said, and so in the first games back since UNC's quarterbacks coach was suspended for NCAA violations, general manager Mike Lombardi made headlines for preseason fundraising trip to Saudi Arabia, and the Tar Heels were accused of having a divided locker room. North Carolina competed. That, for now, is a sign of progress.